Hey, what's up everybody? It's Kellen here from Start Your Systems, and welcome back to Monster Energy Supercross 4, the official video game career mode, where we are on to episode 6 today, and it is the first time I am making my 450 class debut, I guess is what you'd want to call it. So let's go through a couple things that I did in between the last recording and now. Basically all I did was just make this setup, running some TLD stuff. I think it looks pretty good with the discount tire logo. I went with a Honda. And this is the setup that I'm running. I think it's a pretty nice looking bike. I got all the sponsor logos all over it. The discount tire logo is kind of cut off by the hole in the shroud, but I don't know. I think it looks pretty good, and kind of excited to see how riding the Honda feels in this game. I haven't ridden the Honda too much, so I like the setup. Wanted to go over that first. But obviously now that we've upgraded to the Pro Series, I can go through and do my Pro abilities now. So we'll go ahead and start knocking these out. We'll go through all the 5 columns and then eventually up to the 7 columns. But we're going to start with the 5 columns. I think I can unlock all the 5s to start with. I think I could probably even get a couple 7s. So 27, so we have 15 here. And 13 left, so I can only do one of the 7s. So this one, it looks like guarantees an additional rewind bar. I don't care about that. Increases the rewindable time with a single rewind by 5%. Don't care about that. Over here, we've got the injury no longer affects your turn control, banking management, and braking effectiveness abilities. Okay, I might be into that. We also have one last chance lets you reach the contract objective at 2 positions less than required. And one last race lets you reach the race objective of a sponsor contract at 1 position less than required. So, interesting. Braking. Looks like we have the broker increases the total credits achieved at the end of a race by 5%, or increases the credits achieved after winning the whole shot by 5%. And then up here we have guarantees another ability point bonus point every 12 ability points earned. Guarantees victory in the rivalry in case of a tie. Reduces the recovery time following the fall. I think I like this one the most. I think I like being able to get up faster from a fall. So we've upgraded our landing abilities all the way. And we still have a couple ones that we need to max out. But so far, we've got our abilities pretty well upgraded. So let's jump into training for the week. Let's see. We're on level 8 there. We're on level 8 there. We're on level 8 there. Level 8. And level 8. So we'll just go with the lion, level 8, to kick things off. And then see what event we have. And I think, so I'll show you guys before I start the season. I'm on realistic difficulty. I've got manual shifting, manual, front and rear brake are separate. I have everything as hard as I can have it. So it's interesting to me how, easy it's been so far. Ooh, almost going down there. So someone said I should let all the guys go by at the start here and lose all my points, so then I can catch them and get all my points back, which is interesting tidbit, I guess, about this competition. So I'll do that to start with. We're up to 1,050 points. Whoa, it says I lost a spot there, but it didn't seem like I lost it. Gain another 2 spots there, and then we have 4 guys to pass. So actually, you know what? This is 100% the right way, or not the right way, but the best way to do it, because pretty much guarantees you're going to max out. Like, I way maxed out right there. And I'm going to lose a spot here, but still have plenty of points and can pass Cunningham right back here. So there you go. Like, that's good tip. I forget who that was, but thank you for recommending that. But anyway, back to the realistic difficulty thing. Like, I know some people are saying that they're on very easy and it's making it like supremely hard to beat the guys. I think that's just a glitch. I think that if you try to move it up to medium or even hard difficulty before you get to realistic, I think it's going to be a little bit easier than very easy. I know that I think they're working on a patch at least for it. So that's my recommendation for that. But I have had some people say, why are you letting them get a head start? The AI is so ridiculously hard for me. How are you catching and passing them? You're not even on realistic difficulty. But I've checked 6 or 7 different times now to make sure that I still am. So I'm just trying to be as straight up about it as I can with you guys. All right, so continuing on through here. Go for this double. Trying to stay right in the middle of the track where it wants me to. Didn't quite get it yet, but I think I have one more jump still to go over. Yep. Wow, and I didn't get it because I jumped too far to the right. Dang it, dude. Oh, so I got 2 stars there. All right. Wish I could done that better. On to the Lightning, which we've been crushing it out. We're actually getting pretty close to maxing out in this training department. Again, really, it seems like what it does is unlock skill points, which you can use to upgrade your rider. But I think once you actually go through all the trainings too, you unlock a couple collectibles or something like that. So just trying to get through it all. And this one is the whole shot challenge, more or less. And it still puts me back into auto shifting on the start for some reason, which is a little bit frustrating. I just don't like being in auto shifting in this game straight up. This one seems a lot longer. I wonder how far we're going here. Oh, I see it on the other side of the track now. So we're just moving right along, double through this corner, and got it. First place. So exit back to the career menu, and we only have 2 of those challenges left to do, so I'm excited to work through pretty much a couple of these before we really get too deep into the season. The extra event says, able to give you a chance to run this non-championship race, selects an opportunity to earn extra credits. Seriously, I don't care about the extra credits. I've got plenty. But we did get some more skill points, so why not before we start the season we upgrade a couple more things. I'll just knock out everything here in bike control. I mean, why not? We have the skill points to do it, so we'll do it. And what is Constitution? We have braking, braking and handling under braking, quickness, and maneuvers, physical resistance. I guess must be Constitution. Okay, so on the right side the abilities are not in order, which confused me a little bit. But here we go. First round, Anaheim won in the 450 class. Straight up, the last 3 rounds of 250 East were hard. I gave them a head start and couldn't pass them. So the last round I started with them and still didn't win the main event. So if the progression is as it seems, I think this 450 class is about to be really, really hard. So I'm kind of excited to see just how this goes. If it's really easy in the end, I'm going to be very bummed about it. But look on the left side there. There you go. Event type, it's standard. So it's just a normal race. Race length is short. It's 1 shot, which is 1 session, just the main event. And AI difficulty is unrealistic. I don't know what I can do to prove it to you guys more than that. Like, it's straight up unrealistic difficulty. I'm not lying about that. But here we go. 450 championships starting off here in career mode. Almost jumped the gate. I will let them go wide because this is 100% the best way to get up the inside and get a good start. All right, so Anaheim won. Couple different options through each rhythm section, I feel like, but really the main one is kind of the way you want to go, I feel like, here. And we'll see. We'll see how difficult the AI is going to be. Anaheim 1 is a track that I know a little bit in this game, so I feel like I'll be able to at least run some of the same lines that they were doing. Oh, that's not going to be good. Got to roll this jump and then step on, step off. And so far, it doesn't seem like they're enormously difficult, though it does seem like they are running pretty quick. Like, I'm not able to straight up just blow right by them right away. And then, again, they're doing that weird thing where they're kind of glitching speed in the air. But 2 whoop sections is going to help me out a ton. They are not very good in the whoops comparatively. So already into the lead. Now let's see if it's going to be easy to hold it, or are they going to just be right on me the entire race. Very curious to see how this one goes. Over the finish line jump on lap number 1, and we are out front. Got to rip a tear off real quick, I guess. We're already opening up a little bit of a gap here, so maybe this is going to be easier than I thought it was. I wonder if it's really just the Salt Lake City rounds that the AI is very technical and quick, because this doesn't seem like it's all that difficult, if I'm being honest with you. But again, I'll show you. Options, race options. There we go. AI difficulty, it's locked on realistic. Rider weight, transmission, manual. Joint brakes are off, rewinds off, flow aids off. I mean, I am trying to make this as hard as I can to just straight up like compete and play in. Obviously the next step here is going to be doing first person mode, but I have a different series that I plan on doing for that, so you guys might see that coming this week. Going to be kind of interesting. I think you guys will like that, but yeah, this is a lot easier than I expected it to be. So I'll do the first 2 rounds straight up just to get a championship lead, and if it's this bad through 2 rounds, I'm going to let them get a head start again. Oh. I wonder if I should just do what you guys are doing and put them on very easy and see if they're really difficult to do. Maybe I'll do that for the second round at St. Louis. So over the finish line jump. Got a nice little lead established so far. It's not a big lead, but it's also not like they're right on me. And it's not like I'm riding that great either. Clearly, I'm not putting in like 100% effort to pound a lap here around Anaheim. But they are also not just like right on me either. Get into a little bit of a gripe I have about this game. Too bumpy everywhere. I get that, you know, in Supercross, braking bumps develop. I'm not saying that braking bumps are fake. Man, you get up fast from a crash with that perk. But I feel like every section, it's just like little tiny bumps in and out of every corner, in transition, on tabletops, which doesn't make sense. Like, I think that they just went a little bit overboard with the rough, and it's cool because the bike does react to it kind of interestingly. Like, it actually does flow over that stuff quite well. But, you know, Supercross really is not that rough. Like, if anything, there's a couple spots on the track each weekend where braking bumps will become like a thing. But for the most part, it's, you know, you can charge pretty hard into a corner. Braking bumps will be minute, and then you can just rip through a berm and not have a problem. And I think that it needs to be a little bit more like that in this game. Personally speaking, I think it's just a little bit too rough, particularly in the berms. It's just a lot of chop. Straightaways, I think it is what it is. It's not terrible, but there's just a couple spots that I just don't feel like it works all that well in. So we are cruising. I want to go outside here and see if I can triple onto this table. On a 450. I mean, kind of. Didn't quite get all the way up there, and then you just kind of whoop through the section a little bit. You can come out of this corner and then triple quad, which can feel kind of cool, but it's obviously not very fast. We're going to have, looks like 2 laps to go this next time by. Just keep running a little bit too deep into that corner. Maybe I should just go to the berm. Use the berm to stop me a little bit there. This is cool though. We're gonna have the red plate right after the opening round. Or at least I hope so. It looks pretty likely. We got a nice lead on Kenny here. Kenny, Dean, Zacho, AC. That's actually not that unrealistic, I feel like. I mean, obviously you'd probably expect to see Tomac or Cooper up there, but it's Anaheim 1. I think you could expect to see that group run up front. Maybe not Chad Reed, but he's making some passes. He got around AC. Says, forget about the youngsters. Right, let me see if I can do a different line here. Roll in and then over table. And then in real life, they're jumping up to here and then tripling and singling into the corner. But yeah, it seems like you really got to nail that perfectly to get it right. So time has expired. We got one more lap to go after this. Oof, jumping way out to flat there. Going over this. White flag out. Man, we are a bit in cruise control here. 107.8, definitely not best lap time at all, but I feel like I got a good flow going here. Double into this corner, swing to the outside, triple in. Triple in real life too was, these guys were struggling a little bit on it. Wasn't like they weren't doing it every lap. Most of the guys are doing it every lap of the main event, but it wasn't as easy as it kind of feels in this game. All right, we are on our way to the victory here at the Anaheim opener, kicking off our 450 career in style. And yeah, the AI is just, gosh, not even close. That's a bummer. Honestly, I was kind of hoping it would be a lot more like it was in Salt Lake, with those guys just making it real interesting. But hey, you know what? I'll take the win at the opener. Boom. We're going to get a knack off. Of course we are. Big timing. All right, so first win of the season out of the way. Got a nice 3-point lead on Dino Wilson. And our rivalry with Justin Bogle. This is kind of cool. So he had less falls than me, I guess, because I had 1 during the race. So I got 123 credits, but beat him on best position and best time. I wonder if that rivalry list is longer if you do like qualifying heat races and stuff too. Guess I could check that out at a different time. All right, so back to the menu here. And I guess we probably unlocked a couple more things in journal. Yeah, we did something new. Laps without rewind, probably. Or abilities unlocked, 50 out of 50. I guess we probably did that, yeah. So abilities, I've got no skill points because we haven't done skill events, so I don't know why I was going there. But I wanted to see, oh nope, don't want to go there. I want to go to my career race options. So let's just try this. Let's put them on very easy and see at St. Louis if they're different. And then I'll change it back after that. So what's the extra event this week? 1v1 challenge against your rival. An excellent chance for you to settle who's best once and for all. I mean, sure, why not? I mean, I've been skipping all the events, and I need to do the events to max out in the journal. I hope this isn't like a 5-minute race, so can it just be like 2 laps? My rival isn't Jason Anderson, though. I thought my rival was Bogle. Interesting. Well, this is our first chance to see whether or not very easy AI is ridiculous, too. Holy crud, he's flying into the first corner. Just going to block him off here in a couple of the turns. Oh, I didn't quite get up onto the table. That's all right. Made it off pretty good there. And, of course, it's a 5-minute race. All right, so definitely not very easy at all. Like, he's keeping me honest. I wouldn't say that it's as, like, brutally hard as... Yeah, I mean, now he's fallen pretty far back already. I feel like I am riding pretty well on this track, though, but still, like, yeah, I'm gapping him quite a bit now. 4 seconds already in a lap, so I guess, maybe they already fixed it, or maybe on PC it's different. Like, again, it does seem like a lot of you people saying that, on very easy, it's difficult to even, compete at all, and you're just stuck in the same spot in career mode. It sounds like a lot of you guys are coming from console, if I'm hearing right, so I think this might be related to console specifically. I know there was one person that said they were having this issue on Xbox One, so maybe it is an Xbox One issue. Maybe the next-gen consoles don't have it, because it does seem like on very easy he is not that difficult at all. But it's still kind of a bummer that there's like an issue right away with the game like that. And I wonder if it is still just even keel though, and I just, on these tracks they're not very good. We'll still leave it on very easy for St. Louis just to see. But yeah, so far it's seeming like quite easy to just beat old Jason Anderson here, which again, I don't get. Like, he wasn't listed as my rival. Bogle was listed as my rival. So it kind of doesn't make any sense to me. But I digress. I also had a request as well to join more factory teams. But I saw that after I'd already joined with Discount Tire to start the season here. So I'll join a factory team or whatever team wants to pick me up in the next contract window, which I think they go 4 rounds. At least that's what it was in the 250 class. I don't know if it's half a season. In that case, we're not going to change teams until close to Daytona in this 450 class. But I think it's about 4 or 5 rounds, somewhere in there, before they do a contract negotiation. Let me see if I can lap Anderson here. We'll put down some burners. I think it's probably better to not go to the berm there. Switch up underneath. Hit this, I don't even know if you call that a Supercross triple. Swing the rear end into the corner, stay low on that. Really the key to being fast in this game, 100%, is wheelie. Like, I'm calling it the wheelie glitch now. It's not a glitch, it's just a mechanic of the game. but it's basically wheeling into the face of every jump in order to stay low. Which you can, I mean, like you just saw what I did right there. Very easy to stay low through those 2 jumps, and I could probably do it a little bit on St. Louis to show you what I mean. But yeah, it's ridiculous how fast you can go by doing it, and there's players that are much better at it than me. But even so, it's not that hard to do. It's just about timing it. It's kind of like, if you're good at Matt Skill's motocross, you definitely would be good at wheelie glitching in this game, because it's just like it's 100% about, you know, timing your wheelie, making sure your angle is right, everything like that. I just did a 28 on this track and lapped Jason Anderson. So it seems like, yeah, like I said, very easy. They are indeed very easy. Did 2 back-to-back 28s, actually. So we're cooking. Flying around this track here. It is a very easy track, though. And it seems like a lot of you you guys that were watching the compound video that I did were also saying like that you were not happy as well with the easy tracks on the compound. Like, you have so much space to build some really cool stuff on the compound, so why not build some, you know, gnarlier stuff? Like these, there's not even like really any rhythm lanes on either of these tracks. The beach track, I'll give the beach track a pass because I think the beach compound track actually does have some kind of cool stuff on it. But every other track on this compound is very tight, compact, small jumps, nothing really extravagant or long or big. Like I would love to have like a 2-minute lap time Supercross track on these compounds as like something unique, but they're not. So just my opinion, of course. Some of you guys might think like it's really cool how picturesque everything is, but I wish there was a little bit more kind of insanity and maybe even unrealistic stuff to compounds. Doesn't all have to be completely authentic. Into the tough blocks there. All right, so we beat Anderson by what, 50 seconds? Kind of easy. Oh, there's no way he's getting that knack back. He is dead. That man is dead. And our lap time was 5 whole seconds faster than him. So, yeah. Not exactly ideal. On our trainings, though, we did Lightning last. So we got Showman now. Do Showman and whatever the last thing was, I forget. And then back to the Lion for the 9th training thing. This is past the mark jumps with the scrub, which again, my advice to you is literally like, oh man, I didn't even hit the mark that time because I scrubbed so low. But that time I only got 2 points. And then the whip is just get corked out and bring it back. And I don't know, did I get any points for that? It doesn't seem like I got any points for busting a whip. All right, 3 points for a whip. So at least we kind of passed the thing, passed the test. And I got 5 points, so yay, 1 star. Onto the snake, though. Crossing the largest number of gates, which again, to me, I don't think it teaches you much of the game. Some people are saying it teaches you bike control. I can get that, but I also think that there's better ways that you could have these type of challenges in the game. Because to me, it's like, oh yeah, just literally slow down and make sure you hit every gate. And it's kind of hard to see it in third person, so I guess I could have done it in first person. That would have been a little bit more unique, but they give you just so much time to go through all these that you just take your time and make sure you actually get through every single one of them. Really not a problem at all. So, got to weave back and forth here across a little slalom action. Double this, and bam, got all 2,400 points, and still have 18 seconds. So I kind of moseyed on through that stuff really quick. Let's see how many more points I could get. Let's just imagine 150 more points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I got through 12 more. So 150 times 10 is 1,500. Another 300 on top of that, so I just added 1,800 more points by going around a whole nother lap there, but it doesn't give me that, obviously. We're just making stuff up at this point. All right, on to the Lion level 9, which again will do the exact same thing that I did before. Let's let everybody go, and then pass them all. Sounds so much more simple when you just put it that way, but not exactly the simplest concept. Whoa, we're on the MX track. Got a couple people behind us, so we'll let them all go. There they all go. And now there's a freight train coming through this section here. We already made a bunch of passes. And yay, it's back on auto transmission. Hooray. All right, up to 1,950 points. So just got to get around Tomac, Webb, and who's up front? Is that Marty? Or it's Carlin Gardner. Carlin Gardner. I don't think he's actually, no, he's not from New York. He's from Paso Robles, California. So really close to me, California guy. I don't know why I did the, the New Yorker accent with that. Has nothing to do with him. But yeah, very easy AI here. So I got a lot of time left and we were just cruising. No trouble whatsoever to get the maximum there. Bada bing, bada boom. It's back to career home and let's upgrade a couple skill points. Hey, we unlocked this suit item after 100 training stars. So, yay, we did stuff. And completed a journal thing. Yeah, so unlocked a couple more journal things. Oh, yeah, so we finished credits obtained. And I guess overtakings would be it, too, that we also unlocked. So we got 10 more ability points. We got bike control fully unlocked, and everything else is open. So let's do braking here. So increased braking, and then that would be handling under braking, I guess it would max out the next time. All right, so on to St. Louis for week 19, as it says of my career, but this is actually just the second round of 17 in 450 career. And we're still on very easy AI difficulty. I'm probably going to change that back to realistic as soon as this race is over because it's a little ridiculous. But yeah, we'll see how they fare here. Very easy AI difficulty, still the same. Got my setup dialed. So here we go. We're doing St. Louis here. Look at those red plates. Can I get a whole shot? Oh my gosh, they let off so early coming into the corner. Yeah, so I would say the very easy AI is not the challenge here. Not the way to go. That's like the first time I think I've ever whole shotted a race in this game. All right, over the over-under and over the finish line. So let's see if we can hit a couple of the big lines I like to hit on this track. This one, you can triple out of this corner, but it's pretty hard, so I don't always go for it. And then obviously you should be able to double triple there, and I didn't quite get it. So right now the very easy AI is still very close to me. I'm also not riding great again. There's the line coming out of this corner where you can quad in, but we'll just triple on to start with. Step off, triple again. Double up the inside. Carry just speed through the corner and get this double across. So we are flying right now. I think you can quad into this section as well, but for the sake of just being smooth right now, I'm just going to triple, triple, triple. We've also got ourselves a nice little lead already established here. The AI seems to be not close. Dean Wilson is, I guess, second in the championship, so it's showing him on my screen as the guy that I need to worry about, I guess, but he's still not my rival. I thought Bogle was my rival. Maybe the game is glitching out a little bit or something. Just blow through those whoops. Can I get the quad in now? Oh, just backside it. And triple. Yep, got it. I mean, I was a little short on the triple out there, but that was a line that Kenny was doing in real life to eventually catch and pass Zach Osborne for the race lead. So yeah, very easy AI, not the way to go here. These guys are a little bit too easy, unfortunately. Flash bulbs going off in the stadium. That actually brings up an interesting topic. Flash bulbs going off in the stadium, not something that really happens all that much anymore, because most people that are taking a picture are taking it with their phone these days. There's like a couple people that bring like semi-nice cameras to the stadium, but you really can't get many of that stuff through security anyway. So when you take a shot like in the stadium here with your phone, there's not really much need for a flash to go off. Sometimes like people will just have their flash like automatically on in darker settings, but yeah, I mean like iPhones and Google phones, Samsung, like all of them have much better technology in their phones these days with lighting up dark exposure stuff very well without needing a flash and stuff like that. So I feel like it's kind of sad, but the days of camera flashes going off like when a home run's about to be hit in baseball, or the leaders of a Supercross race are going by, like it's kind of maybe on its way out like entirely. Like you still see it a little bit for sure. You go to a Supercross race, you watch like the leaders go off a triple on the first lap. There's still the few flash bulbs that go off 100%, and I think there's always going to be maybe at least a couple that still have it that way. But there was always just something really like special or unique about being in a stadium on the first lap of the 450 main event, or back then it was the 250 main event, and you saw the leaders go off the triple, and just everybody that was even close on that side of the stadium. You could have been like 8 rows to the right, or 8 rows to the right, and 8 sections over or whatever, and you still would have had a camera and flashed it, because like the cool thing back then I feel like was to share that experience with your family members or something. Like, oh yeah, me and my son Johnny went to Supercross and we got some cool pictures of the riders, and we got this cool picture of Johnny standing in front of a bunch of stuff. But nowadays, like, you just take all that with your phone. So I don't know, I'm kind of like ranting about nothing right here basically, because the technology improved. It is what it is. We're not going to have flash bulbs going off in the stadium anymore that much, but just something a little nostalgic that's kind of sad we're not going to have much of it anymore, quite honestly. It's always a really cool part about watching stuff like that. I'm an ambiance guy, I'll admit it. Like I love seeing the crowd react to stuff. I love being in a stadium when the crowd is reacting to something. Supercross opening ceremonies are, personally for me, I really like going to the stadium early and watching those, because I feel like ambiance wise it just gets you in a good hyped mood for racing action. Some people think they're really dumb, and I get that 100%, but for me, like I personally enjoy them. So like the things about flash bulbs and the crowd reactions and stuff like that, like it's incredible to live those experiences for sure. So showing my age a little bit. I'm not even that old. I just turned 28 last week, and first Supercross race I went to was Los Angeles Coliseum Supercross in '98 when I was 4. Pretty much gone to a race every single year since then, I believe, except probably not going to go to any of them this year, just because it's just harder to get to the races with the COVID restrictions, and most of them are still in place throughout the country at the stadiums that they're going to. Maybe we'll be able to get into Salt Lake City and stuff, but yeah, this might be my first year since '98. I don't go to a Supercross. Jeez, that's crazy to think about. But here we go, bringing it down. One more lap to complete here, about half a lap really, and we'll have dominated the first 2 rounds of the season on realistic and then very easy AI difficulty. So now I'm really curious to know, if I had left it on realistic, would St. Louis been hard? I mean, I'm beating Eli by 20 seconds, but I was beating Anderson by like, what was it, 50 seconds on the other things? So I don't know, interesting. I wasn't playing the track very well either, but I digress. Anyway, that's going to do it for this edition of Career Mode. We'll be back with some more action in the future series coming up a little bit here on the channel. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. As always, appreciate it. Thanks you guys for stopping by, and we'll see you guys in the next one. So long for now.